Hi everyone. Today's post is about trying to explain lean leanly within a couple of minutes. So what I'm going to use as an example is a Lego kit. So combining a few of my favorite things, so Star Wars, Lego and lean. So the customer has a standard. The customer has a standard expectation in the form of our lean model, and we need to develop a set of instructions or a process to deliver that good or service. So what we're trying to do then is put all of these parts together in the correct sequence as efficiently as possible, and we're trying to get a flow through that process. So as a starting point, a lot of processes kind of look like this. So it's a bunch of inventory, a tub of inventory, and what we're having to do is sort through and look for those pieces. So immediately we're starting to have waste. So when we're looking at a process, we have three things at play. We have value-adding activity, non-value-adding activity, and waste. So when I'm talking about value-adding activity, it's when we are joining the correct blocks in the correct sequence. So the actual value add, or what the customer is paying for, is the second or the microsecond that those blocks are joined correctly in the right sequence. So with any process, again, whether it's producing a good or delivering a service, so it could be an administrative process just as much as a manufacturing process or a healthcare process, whatever it is, we must join the component parts in the right order and focus on that value-adding activity. So non-value-adding activity, I would define that as the journey of the two parts coming together. So it's necessary for us to pick up those blocks and join them. So that's non-value adding. It is necessary, so it is a necessary part of the process, but technically doesn't add any value. Now, when we're talking about waste, well, there's 8 different types of waste. So defects, for example, when we're joining the wrong blocks, overproduction, when we are joining blocks out of sequence. So perhaps we start cherry picking our set of instructions, and the easier blocks, easier to find, so we just join those instead of the right ones at the right time. There's waiting, when we're waiting and sifting through looking for the blocks. Perhaps this is a team sport, so any process involves a lot of individuals. So we need to ensure that we're working together. Sometimes we need somebody helping us with the instructions, helping us find the parts or deliver the parts to where they're assembled. The transport, well, that's just bringing the component pieces together. So sometimes that can be physically far apart. Sometimes we have a lot of inventory to sort through and we have to move things to get the things that we want. Inventory, so in this tub of Lego that I've got a lot of external or non-necessary parts as well as the necessary parts. Whoop, there's Buddy. So motion, so again, the motion, it can be the motion of my eyeballs looking for the parts, the motion of finding the right instructions. So anything, again, that's taking me, the assembler or the joiner, away from assembling those parts is waste. And the extra processing, so perhaps I've made a defect, I've done the wrong thing in the wrong sequence and I have to take that apart, that is a defect. So therefore I'm reworking, I'm spending more time and effort. So again, very simple Lean 101 type stuff using some Lego. I use this a lot in training, but that's the nuts and bolts of it. Thanks for your time.